Hey, welcome to All Things Thieves. My name is Heidi Chichester, and I will be with you tonight teaching you a little bit of some of my favorite Thieves products. A little bit about me before we get started. I am a wife, I'm a mom of two amazing girls, and I am also a physical therapist. I have been practicing for over 20 years. And what led me into natural wellness and ultimately to young living was our youngest daughter. She was born prematurely. I had some complications with my pregnancy, and she was 3.5 pounds when she was born. She was tiny, and she was mostly healthy, but she had a lot of digestive issues and some skin and allergy issues that we were trying to deal with. And being in healthcare, I'm aware of a lot of side effects, and I just was not okay with her having to be on maintenance medicine for a long, long period of time. I'm also, if you don't know me, I am also a total skeptic, and I had been hearing about essential oils and all of these things, and I was like, yeah, whatever, like, I don't really think they work. But I kept hearing about it, so I started trying and trying and trying. I used so many different brands before I finally got my Young Living oils, and I was blown away at how well they worked for her. And then for our family. And that's kind of where we started seeing the differences with the Thieves products. And that's really what we're going to focus on tonight because, especially in our current situation, personal hygiene, cleaning, all of those things have really gone to the forefront and are super important. And I want to make sure that we know about safe options for all of us. So I'm going to be sharing some slides tonight, but I just want to kind of talk a little bit first, and then I'll switch over so you don't have to look at me all night. Okay, so as the world has really become more aware of what is natural and what is healthy, products are becoming much more popular. But a lot of us are asking, are those products actually safe? So 5 years ago, when I first started using natural products, a lot of time I was buying them at those big box stores. But then my eyes were kind of open to this thing called greenwashing. And I started looking at the ingredients behind the labels, not just the front fancy like green leaf label. And I learned a lot. And I went on this like scanning frenzy, and it was time consuming for sure. But it explained to me why my daughter was breaking out in hives, even when we were using the natural and the free and the clear and all of those things. Her skin was still irritated when we used it. Now, I will say this was super time consuming and it was frustrating to say the least. So if checking every product isn't your idea of a good time, and whose would it be? I would recommend find a company that you trust that has safe, effective, high quality products. And for me, that was Young Living. I have had the benefit of experiencing the products myself, but also getting a chance to go over to their farms and really see firsthand the commitment that they put into their quality guarantees. So, all right, without further ado, let me go ahead and share my screen. And I'm actually going to go ahead and turn off my video so you don't have to see me. One of the benefits that I have, I get to work from home, which is fantastic. But I also have 2 kids, 2 dogs, a husband. And so sometimes we have lots of noises in the background. So please bear with me if the dogs start going crazy. And I knock stuff over. I also have notes with me to keep me on track because I can talk about this stuff forever and ever and ever. So if you ever want to talk about it, let me know. let me go ahead and turn off. Let me see if I can get my video down. Okay, I think I did. All right. There we go. Okay. All right. So throughout our time together tonight, I am going to share really a lot of information about what's lurking in our cabinets. And I want to give you some safe alternatives. Sorry. I'll give you a few DIY recipes as well. And mostly we will be talking about my favorite Thieves products from Young Living. There are many, and I wanted to kind of pare it down to the things that really will give you, one, the most bang for your buck, but also just the more versatile uses. I can tell you personally that I use all of them and that they are safe and also really effective. It was an easy ditch and switch in our home, mainly because it was out of necessity for our daughter, but I know that it can be an easy switch for you too. If you registered for this class, you will have received an email from me earlier today with a worksheet attached. You can use this to fill out, to take notes during class, or if you don't have it, that's totally cool. You don't need it. Just grab a piece of paper, jot down some things, because sometimes these classes are like drinking from a fire hose, and I want to give you an opportunity to keep, little notes for what you need. All right, so let's talk about why thieves and what is this such a strange name for an essential oil. Well, in 15th century France, 4 thieves were robbing the dead and the dying. And the legend says that they protected themselves by creating a special aromatic combination composed of clove, rosemary, and other botanicals. The thieves' oil blend that we love is actually inspired by that legend, and hence the name. So this thieves' oil here is a blend of clove, lemon, cinnamon bark, eucalyptus, and rosemary essential oils. It's like, I like to think of it like a little army all working together to build up our defenses against intruders, working silently and unobtrusively to arm us for the unexpected. There's never any way to know what will suddenly come at us, so the key is to having a trained defense in place and ready for all scenarios. I believe that far better than waiting until there is urgency to react is preventing that urgency with readiness. I think of thieves as a defender who, if used consistently, increases that secure blanket of assurance that we're doing everything in our power to guard the gates of our homes and our health. We've been using thieves in our home now for more than 5 years, and I can definitely say that we are healthier now than we were before discovering thieves. So we're going to cover several different areas of our home this evening where we use thieves products. But first, let's kind of start with the big picture, or the whole home. One of the number one things that we all need for a clean home is a good all-purpose cleaner. Am I right? Unfortunately, most common household cleaning products contain ingredients that are known carcinogens. That means they're known to cause cancer, respiratory irritants, asthma instigators, hormone disruptors, and poisons, which means those pretty sparkly cleaners might come at a higher price to your health or the health of your family. You might be saying, well, I'm sure it's just a little bit and I'm not eating it. So what harm could those chemicals do, right? Let's think about this for a minute. When you clean your floors, you, your kids, and your pets walk on them. It only takes 26 seconds for those tiny little toxins to get into our bloodstream. Or what about the chemicals in our laundry detergent and fabric softener that cling to our fabrics and therefore to us. I mean, all right, I don't want to get started because I could go on and on about this, but it's important to know that all these little exposures add up to what is known as toxic load in our bodies. They build up over time, causing our bodies to be in this consistent state of inflammation and fight. And there's confusion trying to get rid of them because our bodies just know that they are not natural. Thieves Cleaner, that's what you see here, does not contain phthalates, respiratory irritants, hormone disruptors, or carcinogens. Instead of phthalates, Thieves Cleaner contains these surfactants made from coconut oil and sugar that are safe and effective. These surfactants contain one molecule that loves water and one molecule that hates water. That means that Thieves Cleaner actually sticks to the surface, grabs the oil and gunk, and then washes away easily with water. We use the all-purpose ratio of the cleaner on pretty much every surface in our home. Counters, bathrooms, toys, floors, clothes, carpets, mirrors, windows, you name it, even toilets. This is truly the only cleaner that we have in our home, and it tackles everything, even dog and kid messes. I would recommend, though, especially on cloth, that you spot check a small area before you use your Thieves Cleaner on a new surface. So yes, you can tell I'm kind of a science nerd. I love kind of digging deep into this, and I'm trying not to do too much of that. But I'm also a frugal mom, and I love that this cleaner is insanely cost effective. It's super concentrated, like many of our products that we get from Young Living. So you only need about a tablespoon of this cleaner mixed with 2 cups of water to make an all-purpose cleaner spray bottle. With this ratio, 1 small bottle of Thieves household cleaner. So this bottle right here is about 14.4 ounces. So one of these bottles makes almost 3.5 gallons of safe, all-purpose cleaner. That means that this all-purpose cleaner costs only about a nickel an ounce. So safely living above the wellness line and saving money at the same time is possible. And Thieves household cleaner is my proof of that. Now, a great bonus to this cleaner is that it's safe enough for my kids to use. When they grab the Thieves spray bottle, I don't have to worry about them messing with their breathing, bleaching out their clothes, or the long-term effects that it may have on their hormones. This bonus is that mom, me, doesn't have to do all the housework, and they get to learn valuable life skills. I will call that a win-win. We actually keep a spray bottle of Thieves with the all-purpose cleaner ratio in our kitchen and in all of our bathrooms to make it easy and convenient to use. There's quite a few ways that we use our Thieves cleaner, but here is a little DIY recipe for you. This is really for those extra tough jobs. We use the cleaner concentrate and we make a heavy duty scrub for hard to get at stains. This works great, like say in the oven when you have baked on stuff. I will make up this paste and I'll just leave it on. Actually, I usually do it overnight and let it sit, and then it makes it so much easier to clean the next day. If you, I forgot to tell you, if you registered for class, I'm going to email you these recipes tomorrow so you don't have to write them all down. If you didn't pre-register, you can just send me your email and I'll get it out to you as well. All right, let's move our home tour over to the bathroom. So in addition to that Thieves all-purpose spray bottle that we keep in the bathroom, we have a few other Thieves items in the bathroom that we love. The foaming hand soap is amazing, and we will talk about that in just a bit. But first, I want to talk about the toothpaste and the mouthwash. Did you know that FDA doesn't really have a definition for what is natural or organic when it comes to our personal care products? So that means natural and organic are loose terms when used on products such as this. Um, the long story short is don't be fooled by greenwashing like I was. Know what's in your products. For instance, the FDA banned this chemical called triclosan years ago from hand soaps because it wasn't proven to be safe for use as an antibacterial in hand soap, and it was shown to be an endocrine disruptor. That means it affects our hormones. So, however, this chemical is still being used in toothpaste, teeth whitening products, antiperspirants, deodorants, shaving products, and creams. All right, so if it isn't safe to use on our hands, and it's known to cause an interaction with the hormone receptors in our body, along with some other harmful concerns, why is it still in the products that we put in and on our body? I truly don't understand that. But I know, and I can guarantee, you won't find triclosan in any of these Thieves products. Young Living toothpaste and mouthwash work really, really well to clean and freshen my breath throughout the day. Young Living has several different toothpastes, but the most popular is this one here. It's called Aroma Bright toothpaste. It's made with just the ingredients that we need and none of those synthetic chemicals that we don't want. It gives us powerful, effective, and natural way to clean our teeth without having to worry about damaging tooth enamel. Aroma Bright uses essential oils, and it's a fluoride-free formula that freshens not just our breath, but our entire mouth. It's pretty cool. So all of the different types of Thieves toothpaste, there are several right now, they're made without harmful sulfates, without synthetic dyes, no artificial flavors, no preservatives, but it is different. It's different from your typical toothpaste because it doesn't have a foaming agent in it, but we still love it. Everyone in our house uses Thieves toothpaste. They also have Thieves mouthwash. This combines essential oils and colloidal silver with an alcohol-free mouth rinse that gives us this long-lasting, extra clean feeling. So I was doing some research and I found out that frequent use of colloidal silver can help boost our immune system and help reduce bad bacteria in our mouth that can lead to infection. The mouthwash is a bit strong, and so we add distilled water to the one in our kids' bathroom, and they actually prefer it to the store-bought stuff. And neither one of them has had a cavity since we started using the Thieves line. I mean, that's proof in itself, right? All right, here's a little toothpaste hack. So Thieves toothpaste can also double as deodorant. Yep, deodorant. So you take a tiny pea-sized amount on your finger and you rub it in your armpit like Primal Pit paste. Talk about versatility, right? Now, pro tip though, don't apply toothpaste immediately after shaving or waxing. I wouldn't recommend it. All right, friends, let's move on down to the kitchen. So unless you've been living under a rock for the last 4 months, you've probably heard about the importance of hand washing to curb the spread of germs and viruses. If you have never been to our house, you know, or if you've ever been to our house, sorry, most of you may not have, but if you've been to our house before, you know that we have a bottle of Thieves foaming hand soap next to every sink in our house. It uses this plant-based surfactant to effectively clean our skin without the harsh, over-drying chemicals in store-bought brands. I even keep a pump of Thieves foaming hand soap at my sink at work. Because as a PT in my line of work, as many times as I wash my hands, I can't risk having cracked hands, which is what used to happen before I switched to Thieves hand soap. All right, so we're in the kitchen. So what about dish soap? You may be thinking, why do I need to worry about soap that I use to wash my dishes, right? I'm not eating them or putting them in my body. That's correct. You are not eating your plate for lunch, I hope. However, you do put food on your dishes and your cutting boards. And that food picks up the detergent residue on the dishes and cutting boards, and then you eat that food. It means you are ingesting the toxins in your detergent. And because of that, we kicked that bright, unnaturally blue dish soap to the curb and switched to this. In your email tomorrow, I'll include the hack that I use to get 3 bottles out of that one, because saving money is fun. All right, let's move on. Let's go to the laundry room. So for us, using safe laundry detergent is one more step in living above the wellness line. When I first got started on this journey to help my daughter stay well, the first thing I got from Young Living after my essential oils kit was called the Thieves Essential Rewards Bundle. And because it had the household cleaner, the hand soap, mouthwash, toothpaste, and so much more. That following month, I got the Thieves laundry detergent. That was a game changer in our family. Laundry detergent is one of the best things to replace because it affects the entire family. Replacing toxic laundry detergent and dryer sheets with natural products means that there's no more wearing clothes or rolling in sheets that are filled with chemicals 24/7. Those chemicals get transferred onto our skin and absorb into our body throughout the day. It's really common to see chemicals like sodium lauryl sulfate, which is also known as SLS, in detergents. SLS is a foaming agent that's been linked to irritation of the skin and eyes, organ toxicity, developmental and reproductive toxicity, neurotoxicity, endocrine disruption, even biochemical and cellular changes. And worst of all, it's also a possible carcinogen. Remember, the cancer causing. So there is some controversy over SLS and whether it's safe or harmful. But to be honest, if there's any question that it could cause any of the things listed above, I'm going to avoid it. It's just not necessary for my family. So not surprisingly, Thieves laundry soap is also super concentrated. I divide my bottle in half. I get 3 capfuls of Thieves household cleaner and 2 cups of water. I shake it really, really well. And it works for me better than the full concentrate in my HE washer. And I get about 160 loads of laundry from that one concentrated bottle of laundry soap. Okay, so let's talk about a super easy and environmentally friendly way to get rid of toxins in our laundry. You can swap out fabric softener and dryer sheets for wool dryer balls. They are awesome to help fluff our clothes, and they help keep static down, and they last for tons of uses. I usually buy one set of 6 wool dryer balls from Amazon every year or 2. You can add essential oils to them if you liked, if you want your clothes to have a scent. Sometimes I do, sometimes I really don't care. Okay, so what about whites? What about your whites? How do you get them whiter without bleach? Here's a little recipe for you. We call it the all-natural whitener. You can skip these harsh chemicals and make this safe and effective whitener. We use this in our laundry with our whites, in the bathtub, and on any other surface that needs a little brightening. We have white counters in our bathrooms, and it works great on that. So don't worry, I'll send you this recipe tomorrow too. All right, let's move back. First we started out, then we kind of went room by room. Let's move back out sort of into a whole home again, and let's talk about air fresheners. Who loves candles and having your home smell amazingly fresh and clean. I know I do, but I'm sorry to say that air fresheners and candles are the worst culprits for home toxins. The term fragrance can be composed of hundreds of ingredients, but under US regulations, those hundreds of ingredients can be listed simply as fragrance. That means when we see the ingredient fragrance, we actually have no idea what's in there. These lab-created scents are not natural, and they trick our brain into thinking it is something natural. It's no wonder that so many people get headaches when they're around air fresheners and perfumes. Not to mention what all of those chemicals are doing to our lungs. I used to be a scented candle and plug-in air freshener kind of girl. And I know that our HVAC filters used to be black when we switched them out every 90 days. Now they aren't. And when you think about it, our lungs are our body's air filters. And we can't go to the hardware store and get replacements every few months, right? So think about this. What we put in, on, and around our body matters. So we can be mindful not only of our own health, but also of our families and visitors' health by replacing those unsafe air fresheners and candles with an ultrasonic diffuser and pure Young Living essential oils. Young Living oils are safe, they're effective and versatile. I know that essential oils are everywhere, and trust me, I've tried so many of them. But in terms of quality, Young Living definitely is one of the highest, if not the highest quality oils that we can get. So I use an oil like lavender to not only fill the room with a fresh aromatic bouquet, but I can also use it to calm the mood and to help us get a restful sleep. That's the versatility in it. We like to diffuse thieves, lemon, purification, to eliminate odors and provide that safe, uplifting scent. In my diffuser here today, I have orange and peppermint, and it's so like bright and happy. I love it. Okay, anyways, there's so much to learn in regards to essential oils, and we have an upcoming class dedicated to the basics of essential oils, so I'm not going to get into that here. But for now, let's take a trip outside of the house. I know a lot of you might not have done that for a while. And let's talk about on the go. I take these two little gems everywhere: Thieves hand sanitizer and Thieves spray. Even before all of this, I took these two bottles for granted. I always carried them with me, and I always knew I had them. But now this stuff is so hard to come by. It's like liquid gold, right? This Thieves hand sanitizer is 65% alcohol. Sorry, I need a little water. But it doesn't dry my hands like other hand sanitizers. And that's because other hand sanitizers, like any of the ones that you buy at the store, they denature their alcohol with chemical solvents. So it's not necessarily the alcohol that's drying out your skin, it's those solvents. And so Young Living uses peppermint oil to denature the alcohol, and they also, they use aloe, but you don't get that drying feeling. And it makes a huge difference. I can promise you, once you try it, you're like, oh my goodness, it really is different. And I can tell you, I have been using a ton of my hand sanitizer and Thieves spray lately. I use the hand sanitizer before and after I go into a store. I use it before and after I take off my masks. Anyways, so we also use Thieves spray to quickly clean surfaces like shopping carts, gas pumps, car steering wheels, our phones. I even use it on my masks for work and for public places. I keep it in the car. It's super easy and convenient to use. And I have the hand sanitizer. I have a little carrier that I keep on my keychain. So these two are with me like 24/7. All right, so let's talk about how to get these things into your home and how to get the most bang for your buck. Um, we aren't necessarily able to control other environments we find ourselves in, but we can be the gatekeepers of our home. We get to control what comes in and what goes out. And I hope that you'll take the info that you learned here in class and go forward to make wise choices that impact our whole body and our whole home wellness. If you're not already a member of our Young Living community, I'm going to give you a super easy ninja tip on how to make ditching and switching super easy. Get a Thieves Premium Starter Kit. You can literally get rid of bags and bags of harmful products in the cabinets and replace them with these products you see here. The Thieves Premium Starter Kit, it's $125, and it includes a lifetime wholesale membership plus a bottle of Thieves Essential Oil Blend. You get a Thieves Aroma Bright toothpaste. You get the mouthwash. You get 2 bottles of the Thieves household cleaner. You get 2 bottles of the foaming hand soap, 2 hand sanitizers, and 2 Thieves sprays. The hand sanitizer, I mean, it's worth it just for that, right? And if you're ready to go ahead and take charge of your wellness and make over your home wellness, stay tuned. I'm going to walk you through the steps so that you can get your very own Thieves Premium Starter Kit right shipped to your home. We call that contactless delivery, right? There's so many new buzzwords we've learned over the last few months. Contactless delivery is definitely a new one for me. But we've been doing it for 5 years, right? So anyways, once you go and get your premium starter kit, we're going to send you a welcome packet. We're going to get you connected to our community and to our learning resources. This is a process of continual learning, and if you're like me, you will probably have 1,000,001 questions as you get started. Questions are expected, and we do welcome them. And that's just one of the many benefits from buying from an actual person rather than a big box store. We're here to help you. That's what we do. We're here to help you for your whole journey. With big box stores, you're on your own the minute that receipt pops out of the cash register, right? So now for those of you who are already members of our community, you have access to this and it's called the Thieves Essential Rewards Bundle. This bundle will save you an additional 15% off our already discounted wholesale price. Plus, you get a free bonus bottle of oil, and you get anywhere between 11 and 29 rewards points to use to redeem for items of your choice. The variability is it depends on how long you've been using Essential Rewards. So you either get between 10 and 25% back in points. If you're not taking advantage of this Thieves ER program yet, go check it out. I promise. It makes switching and ditching so easy. It's definitely the smartest way to do it if you are thinking of swapping out products in your home. So instead of getting like cleaners and toothpaste, veggie wash, hand soap, air fresheners, yada, yada, yada at the store, we get them through Essential Rewards. It's called transfer buying. So it's like we buy safe products with our Young Living account versus spending the same money at the grocery store on unsafe products. Make sense, right? All right, if you ever want to know more about ER, ask me anytime. I love all the benefits, and I love finding ways to make the most of it and take advantage of it. Okay. Thank you. That was a ton of information. I know it was. But I hope you learned a lot, and I hope you are better equipped to now take charge of your whole home wellness. So wait for an email from me tomorrow. I will send you like notes and recipes and the hacks and all that stuff that we talked about, just because, again, this is like drinking from a fire hose. I know it took me several times listening to it and learning about each one before I got it. And sometimes I forget. I mean, I've been using this stuff for 5 years and it's second nature for me. And for many of you, it's new. But I'm more than happy to help you. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen again, and I'm gonna walk you through how to get your premium starter kit. And the reason for that is there's a couple little steps that I just don't want you to get hung up on or tripped up on, okay? So let me do that. Share. All right, here we go. Okay, so when you're ready, go ahead and go to youngliving.com. On the top here, you're gonna click Become a Member. It should be at the top right of your screen. On the phone, it's gonna be in a little bit different spot, but just click Become a Member. And it'll take you to this screen here, which says Choose Your Membership. You're gonna wanna choose Member. That means that you get wholesale pricing, and we really, there's not any point in becoming a retail customer because you can get a wholesale discount with no strings attached. If you're familiar with any other sort of direct sales type things, there's always strings attached. And actually that's one of the reasons why I didn't want to get my Young Living membership to begin with. But I can tell you 5 years in, there are no strings attached. You are not required to buy or sell or do anything. It's totally optional, totally awesome, but totally optional. Okay, so click Member, and this is also the only way that we can get you a starter kit too. And then you're gonna come down to this next step where it's gonna ask you who introduced you to Young Living. And here you're gonna put in the member number of the person who invited you to this class. If it was me, you're going to use my member number. This here is not my member number. My member number is 2104648. So that is mine. Now, if I didn't invite you to class, please ask the person who did and get their member number. And that way you'll get connected and they'll be able to help you directly. All right, moving down, now you get to choose your starter kit. The default is the Young Living Premium Starter Kit with oils, and you get to pick your diffuser. But tonight we talked about the Thieves Starter Kit, and you can find that in that next tab that says Other Premium Kits. And you're gonna scroll down till you find the Thieves Starter Kit. All right, then you're gonna move to this next step. This next step is what we talked about a little bit, essential rewards. Again, essential rewards is totally optional, but totally awesome. Now you can actually use your premium starter kit and use that for your first ER order. If you do that, you will automatically get a bonus oil. Now we're in May of 2020, and this month the bonus oil is what's called Longevity. It's a blend of oils that's really good. And I just got mine. I'm really excited to use it. But again, totally optional. So if you want, you can choose yes, and then you can say, yes, I want to use my premium starter kit for this month's order. Now you will have to go ahead and pick next month's order, but if you decide, nah, I'm not ready for this, this isn't right for me, you can easily cancel before next month's order goes through. But I would recommend, I would select customize your monthly order, and what I would add would be the Thieves laundry detergent for sure, the dish soap, which is awesome, and then maybe an oil of your choice. Like if you're looking to have a little sleep support, lavender is really good for that. If you've been stressed, we have an oil, it's called Stress Away. That's a blend of oils, those are really good. So, I mean, take a look, there's a few things. What I would customize, just kind of make it a minimum of 50 PV, which is roughly $50. And again, this is not This isn't set in stone. You can change it, you can cancel it, you can do anything up until midnight of the night that your order is supposed to process. So no strings attached, remember? Okay, so go ahead and click next, whatever you decided. Go ahead and click next to continue enrollment. You're going to fill out all of your information, all your personal info, John Doe, blah, blah, blah. And when you get down here to the sign in information, you're going to create a username and password. But then you're going to create a 4-digit PIN. That 4-digit PIN number, make it something super easy and not the same as like your banking PIN number. This PIN number basically gives me or your enroller, someone who helped you get started, it gives us permission to talk to customer service on your behalf. It's one of the things that we like to do to help you. If you need customer service, if we can kind of be the go-between for you, we will need your PIN number. So again, just make it something easy. And write it down so you don't forget it. But a lot of people do like 1111 or 1234 or 7777, just something, whatever, just easy, not connected to your personal banking, yada, yada, yada. Okay. Moving on. Okay, now after you do the PIN number, you're gonna get to what's called commission processing information. And you have a few options here. Most people will select individual with no social security number required. Years ago, Young Living used to require wholesale members to enter their social security number regardless of whether or not they were doing the business. But now they've taken that away. So you have an option to not add your social security number. But if for some reason you are one of those people who are like, yes, I know I'm going to love this, I know I'm going to want to share it with other people, you can go ahead and select the second option, which is individual with social security number. You don't have to do it now, you can do it later. Totally optional, again, totally awesome. Then you're going to go on down here to terms and conditions. Feel free to click and read through all of those things if you so desire. Then check here that you've read them and you agree to them. Click agree and continue. And then you'll move on to shipping, payment, all of that good stuff. And you will be part of our community and we will be so excited. We will do a happy dance for you because we're excited for you to start getting it, and you should be doing a happy dance because it's awesome. Okay, all right, that's all I have for now. Again, watch out for an email from me tomorrow, and I look forward to hearing from you and seeing you in our awesome communities. All right, good night, have a good night, bye.